St. John's Gospel, chapter 9, reading from verse 1 through to 4. And Jesus passed by and saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Jesus answered, Neither had this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest in him. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. The night cometh when no man can work. Jesus, although he was God in the flesh, he came here for a specific purpose. And he knew he had a limited amount of time to get it done. And so Jesus had to prove to the people, to the disciples, that of a truth, he was the Messiah. He was the one that was sent, not just to redeem Israel, but to redeem mankind as a whole. And so there are certain things that he had to do to prove to these people, for them to really understand that he was more than just a man. He was God in the flesh. And so we see the story here in St. John's Gospel, chapter 9, about this man who was born blind. And the disciples, they were somewhat confused. They wanted to know the reason why this man was in this condition. And they asked if somebody sinned, was it his parents or him? And from this, we understand that they believed in reincarnation. But that's another story. And they wanted to know the reason why this man was born blind. And Jesus said, neither sinned, neither him nor his parents. God allowed it to happen this way so that the work of God should be made manifested in him. I must work the works of him that sent me. And so this man being born blind, it's something. When you see him being healed, something else to help you to understand exactly who I am and my purpose. Jesus understood the time. He understood his time was limited. What about you, my brother? What about you, my sister? What is it that God has called you to do that you've been procrastinating for so long? You know in your heart that God has called you to do something, but you are afraid. Or you feel as though you're not adequate enough. Listen, God does not call the equipped. He equips the called. And so if God sends you to do something, he's going to give you the resources to get it done. Wherever God places you, he's going to give you the grace to live through that thing. And it doesn't matter where he sends you. If he gives you the vision, he's going to make the provision. We got to rise up in faith and work for God, because it is day now, but the time is coming when no man shall be able to work. Oh, the old songwriter said it must be the breaking of the day. Oh, what I'm saying, sister, brother, we don't have enough. We don't have much time. Jesus is coming soon. And so work now. Some people would say, oh, I've heard that all my life. Oh, yes, that might be true. But it hasn't changed the fact that he is coming soon. What is it that he has called you to do? If God called you to sing, sing. Oh, you might say, oh, I'm discouraged because the last time, something went wrong and everybody had something to say. Oh, people will always say something. But if God called you to sing, sing. If God called you to preach, preach. If God sends you to go, sends you on the mission field, go. because he said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. I'll be with you always, even unto the end of the world. Work now. See that the harvest is ripened, and the laborers are few. Come on, rise up and be a laborer in the vineyard of God. Don't do like old Israel, as the Bible says in Exodus 32 and verse 6, that the people sat down to eat and they rose up to play. Oh, it is high time for us to arise from our sleep, from our slumber, and work for God now. Work for Him with a passion, because the time is just about spent. Jesus is coming, and He's coming for those who are ready and those who are working. Come on, somebody. Get up and let's work for God now. Do what He has called you to do, because there is a great reward in store for you. The sun is shining. Work now, because the night is coming when no man shall be able to work. This is Pastor Douglas Richards, and this is the word for today.